Welcome to the newest episode of Beatin' and Bangin'. I'm your host, Kyle Dalton. Today's video is a recap of an eventful weekend in Sonoma that started on Saturday with Kyle Larson talking to the media and delivering a blunt, eye-popping quote about Kyle Busch from an incident the weekend before at St. Louis, an Xfinity Series race that included a massive crash which resulted in an upset Ty Gibbs getting called out for throwing a temper tantrum. And it all concluded on Sunday with Kevin Harvick taking a jab at Ryan Blaney in the Fox pre-race show, and then a race that featured lots of strategy, plenty of passing, and for a second week in a row, a driver running up front but running out of gas on the final lap. I have the intense radio communication between Martin Truex Jr. and his crew chief moments before he limped it across the finish line. And this episode features a bonus segment, our first annual Father's Day gift guide. There are 10 items that I think all dads out there would appreciate receiving on their big day next Sunday. The best part is I'm actually giving away 8 of the items and the total giveaway value is more than $500. So definitely check it out. However, before we get to the cool gift ideas and prizes, let's go back to Saturday and media availabilities. Kyle Larson met with reporters and was asked about the contact the week before with Kyle Busch at Worldwide Technology Raceway, and if they had spoken about the incident.
I hadn't talked to him, but again, like on my end, I have no hard feelings. I don't know if he's still mad at me or whatever, but yeah, I think I always do a really good job of like looking back at accidents that I get in, and whether it be, I caused it or I didn't cause it, I still try to pinpoint, what kind of fault I had in it. And yeah, I mean, I look at that one, like if I didn't barely touch his quarter panel to get to a side draft, he wouldn't have gotten upset and started running into me down the straightaway and then crowd me into one. I wasn't going into one to race him and have a dick measuring contest. I was just, trying to make it into the corner. And so yeah, if I didn't touch his quarter, we would have just raced fine through one. So I look at it as probably more my fault there, but into one, I know I'm the guy that spun, but I don't really feel like that part was at all my fault. But it's just racing, and he got frustrated, and I don't know. I'm sure he's not too frustrated with me right now.
An interesting choice of words by the 2021 champ. By the end of the weekend, Larson had made everyone forget about what he had said. Moving on to later in the afternoon on Saturday in the Xfinity Series race. Ty Gibbs was back behind the wheel of the JGR number 19 car and had a strong qualifying effort, finishing second behind Shane Van Gisbergen. There were a couple of interesting things of note that happened during the session with the 21-year-old driver, including his team initially being unable to hear him.
You can get out if you want to. We're having troubles hearing you in there.
Yeah, I'm just going to stand. I don't know what the troubles are, man.
No, that was perfect right there. Whatever you just did right there, I can hear you great.
Yeah, I had to raise my voice.
All right, we'll just do that the rest of the day.
That issue would present itself again later, moments before the actual race. However, before that happened, Gibbs pulled a move that his team wasn't expecting during his final qualifying run.
All good here. Just not here.
He left before we kind of sent him.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't hear anything. I saw him roll up the hill and turn two. Like, oh shit.
Several hours later, during the pre-race laps and after his pit road run, the communication issues returned, and his team offered up an interesting strategy to fix them.
What was your ranking on pit road run there?
What?
Out of 10, was it 9 out of 10? 8 of 10?
So quiet, I couldn't understand what he said. Everything look okay?
Yeah, 10-4. Just going to have to keep working on getting him to speak up.
Yeah, we might just have to piss him off a little bit and make him talk.
I agree.
Once the green flag fell, the JGR car was fast and could keep pace with SVG. The two cars traded leading laps through the first two stages, SVG leading and winning the first stage and Gibbs winning the second. But then early on the restart in the third and final stage, and after a slow pit stop put him in the middle of the pack, the number 19 was involved in a massive pileup.
I look at me, everyone stopped.
It's a parking lot right there. The 19 was doing some donuts.
The 19 is really
He's really
having
pissed.
a fit there.
Logano got it right about him throwing a fit. Here's what Gibbs said about it over the team radio when it happened.
Yeah, we're fucking done. Yeah, I see it. Total dust cloud here. I can't see you at all. Take it to the house. Copy. I got you here. Got a couple coming to your right. I got spun in at 9, just fucking railed me in half. What happens when you get back with the fucking squirrels and you find a nut? No doubt.
Did you hear his comment about the number 9 car? That's who he was doing donuts around. Remember, those two have a history from several years ago as teammates. One other thing from Gibbs and the Xfinity race, and it came during his post-race interview and what he had to say about the modified Turn 11 and its new concrete wall.
Different. I mean, you could run a little bit more inside. I feel like it's pushed back a little bit as well. But besides that, it's not too big of a difference.
So you don't think it'd be too much of an impact on the Cup race?
I don't think so. I think it, I don't know, it's just, you don't have to worry about hitting the barriers and pushing them out in the middle of the track and having a caution. That's about it.
Remember that for later. On Sunday, it was a beautiful day in wine country. There was one funny moment during the pre-race show when Ryan Blaney was interviewed, and of course, last week's race at St. Louis and his fuel issue was brought up. Take a listen.
I'm glad you said you were over it, and we're happy you had enough gas to get here today. I can't believe Myers let that joke go,
wow.
But I feel like I know him well enough I can say it.
My rental car is actually really close to empty, so but I'm not paying $5 for gas out here, so I'm going to stretch it to the airport.
Yeah, he kids because he cares. That's right. Yeah, if we can't have fun, what else would we be doing?
That's right.
Kevin Harvick coming with the jokes. When the race started, Denny Hamlin wasn't in a joking mood when his engine gave way on lap 2. Here's what he had to say about it over the team radio.
10-4, no longer running, I assume. I mean, it's smoke out the pipe, killed.
Hell no. It fucking detonated.
Several laps later, Ty Gibbs had an incident with his right front wheel and drove it hard into the Turn 1 wall. What cameras later revealed was that Turn 11 he had dismissed as not being a big deal was the cause of his issue and ultimately ended his day and his impressive streak of 3 consecutive top 5 finishes on road courses, dating back to last year at Watkins Glen. The caution for Gibbs was what turned out to be the first of many in those first and second stages. How many? 8 total cautions occurred in those first 2 stages. The track record for an entire race was 9. With so many yellows in succession, Kyle Busch offered his thoughts and a potential solution.
Is this where old man France comes over the radio? Says to pull your head out of your ass to everybody? Pretty sure that was about 3 cautions ago, pal. Well, he hadn't done it yet, so maybe by doing it now, it'll fix things.
No member of the France family came over the radio, but incredibly, after all those cautions in the first 55 laps, which was obviously the main story, the second half of the race and the next 55 laps went completely caution-free. The main story then became who reacted to the cautions and played their strategy right. Cliff Daniels answered the call. When all the leaders pitted around lap 68, the number 5 car stayed out for an additional 13 laps, which proved crucial in the final green flag run. Chris Buescher and Martin Truex Jr. were running up front and appeared to be the main contenders for the race win, pulling away from the field by almost 4 seconds. Larson, who blended back into the field in 9th, was more than 12 seconds behind, and the race was on. The question became, could he get there? With 9 laps remaining, Larson caught up to both leaders, passed them with relative ease, and cruised to his 3rd win of the year. But there was still late drama, as a week after Ryan Blaney ran out of fuel, Martin Truex Jr. did the same thing on the final lap. The 2017 champion, who had been racing for the lead moments before, limped across the finish line to the cheers of the crowd more than 2 minutes later and finished 27th. As expected, he wasn't happy about it.
Driver on the Sonoma. I am, James, I am. Jesus. Tell me to save a little bit once I got second. Yeah, control real good, so really we won.
One final item of note happened on that final lap, and I know Kyle Busch fans know what I'm talking about. The Richard Childress Racing driver was running in 5th and being pursued by Ross Chastain. The Trackhouse Racing driver got into the number 8 car on that last trip around the track, but no one knew what happened because Fox, well, they foxed. Watch this.
Well, Chastain and Busch got together.
Oh my God.
Imagine that.
For fifth.
That was it. That was all the Fox broadcast showed. Thankfully, NASCAR's social media team stepped it up and within minutes had two different versions of what transpired online, including an in-car camera from Chastain and another from Chase Elliott, who was behind the two cars. Chastain clearly drove it into Busch and said he locked up the tires. Busch, who finished 12th, didn't talk with reporters but had this to say in a team statement. A couple of guys there at the end of the race had better tires than we did, but we were going to have a good day. Unfortunately, one of those guys got into us on that last lap and ruined our day. It's frustrating to not get the finish that we deserved. Chastain, who finished 5th, was unapologetic after the race during an interview on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio.
I'm not the only one being aggressive, so I'm not gonna agree that I'm the aggressive one. It is wild out there, and we're over the limit of these cars and this track.
Busch and Chastain, a potential rivalry developing? Here's the best part. If it happens, we won't have to worry about Fox missing the action because the network is thankfully done for the rest of the year. And now it's time for our first annual Beatin' and Bangin' Father's Day gift guide. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to spotlight some products and gift ideas that I know I'd personally love to receive for the big day this coming Sunday. Some of them are NASCAR specific, while others are just cool or handy gifts that every dad would love to have. And the best part about this gift guide is I'll be giving away many of the items. The combined value for all the items I'll be giving away is more than $500. All you have to do is comment and mention the giveaway product and you'll be entered. I'll use a random number generator to identify our winners. Also, you'll be able to find a direct link to each product mentioned in the description. Now, let's get started. Every NASCAR fan loves to rep their favorite driver, whether that's at the track or at home. And I'm always on the lookout for cool things fans might want to purchase representing their favorite driver that are different than your basic merchandise like a shirt or a hat. I discovered a great little site and a small business that provides just that, including heavy-duty sleek tumblers, first-class, high-quality shot glasses, sharp-looking flasks, and much, much more. Go check them out and see for yourself the great selection they have on a variety of NASCAR products that you'll absolutely love. And for one lucky dad, whatever products you like, you'll have a $50 gift certificate to spend on them at rrinkonline.com. Our next item I know I would appreciate receiving because I already received one a few months back, and that's a box of Panini Prism trading cards. Not sure if you saw my box opening last month, but I opened up a box and got a lot of great cards in there, including several autograph cards. I gave away the Kyle Larson autograph card to a winner. These cards are top quality and have some really cool designs and feature drivers both past and present. I know die-cast are great collectibles, but I'm also old school and always appreciate trading cards. I'm giving away this box, plus I'll be giving away a Danica Patrick autograph card with it. Moving on to our next item, which is also part of our giveaway, and it's also NASCAR specific and perfect for your man cave and or maybe wherever you have a simulator set up. From the King Prince store on Etsy, we have these really cool pieces of wall art that include all the NASCAR tracks on the schedule. They're made of a durable plastic and you can see the detailed texture. Just really cool custom pieces of art for any NASCAR fan. But that's just one part of this giveaway. The Etsy store is also giving away his other custom design of cars. Check them out. Your favorite driver name and number on the car. And if I'm being honest and looking at some of the samples of what fans have done in their own homes with these pieces, I'd definitely say buying a track set plus your favorite driver is the way to go. Really cool stuff. I'm giving away one track set and one custom designed car. Up next is another giveaway item from another awesome website I discovered called RicoIndustries.com. This is a family-owned business that's been selling NASCAR merchandise for years. And they also have a great selection of items to choose from, including signage, games, bottle openers, barbecue grill coverings, I love those, and wallets. And we're not talking about just any wallet. We're talking about a premium quality trifold leather wallet that features your favorite driver and is laser engraved in the USA. and gives you quick and easy access to your most used cards with 4 pockets for cards, a window ID in the middle, a premium cash slot, and 2 interior pockets. We're giving away 1 wallet to 1 lucky fan. Up next is another giveaway item and our first non-NASCAR specific item, but something any NASCAR fan could appreciate, and that's a car cover specifically fitted for your car. And we're talking pretty much any car. Where do you go for this? Carcovers.com is the place, and they have a massive, and I mean massive, selection of car covers, including both durable exterior covers and interior covers. The exterior can be used for both outdoors and indoors and features a high-quality, weather-resistant fabric that is breathable, UV-resistant, and fits well, so you don't have to worry about it being blown off in high winds. I know in Texas, car covers are a great way to protect and preserve your car from baking in the blazing summer heat. They also have their black satin shield interior covers that are incredibly soft and keep your vehicle showroom ready. But wait, there's more. We've got the outside of the vehicle covered. Now let's take care of the inside, and that's with the canvas back interior vehicle protection. What exactly is it? We all love to throw things into the back of our vehicles. We're active, on the move, and using our vehicles to carry a variety of things. Active lifestyles can be messy. Messy kids, dirty dogs, muddy bikes and golf clubs, wet flower pots, you get the picture. Your vehicle is worth protecting and keeping it look great with these tailor-fit cargo liners that are made from waterproof, water-resistant polyester fabrics, not rubber or plastic. They are really sleek and maintain the intended functionality of your vehicle while providing that necessary area of coverage. We're giving away 1 car cover, you decide interior or exterior, and 1 canvas back interior vehicle protection set. Sticking with our car theme and giveaways, and here's another unique item that's perfect for Dad on his big day, and that's the console vault. You may have never heard of it, but it's something everyone needs, and that's protection in your vehicle from auto theft. The console vault is an in-vehicle safe designed to protect your valuables and firearms that is built from heavy-gauge steel with a choice of locking mechanisms. Each hidden car safe is easy to install and created to meet automotive manufacturers' stringent quality standards. There are hundreds of different applications designed for light trucks, SUVs, and select sedans across many makes, models, and years. This is a really great product, and if you're in the market to protect your vehicle from theft, which everyone should be, definitely check out these guys. We'll be giving away 1 console vault to 1 lucky fan. Our last 2 items aren't part of the giveaway, but I still think they're cool and something I know I'd love to receive on Father's Day. The first one will take you back in time to those days when you were a kid. It's a NASCAR-specific RC car from Losi that includes 6 different drivers, including reigning champion Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., and Michael McDowell. These 1/12 scale RC cars come fully assembled, can reach speeds of 20+ miles per hour, recharge in an hour, are designed to survive the big one, and can be tuned and upgraded like a real cup car. Now the big catch is they won't be available until September. Still a cool gift that any dad, little boy, would love to have when they finally do arrive. And finally, our last item for the first annual Beatin' and Bangin' Father's Day gift guide are officially licensed NASCAR cornhole boards made from high-quality Baltic birch wood. The guys at Cornhole Chemistry use a UV ink that shows even the finest details straight onto the wood. There is no stain, no paint, and no wraps. These boards are built to last with strong braces underneath the boards as well as a leg brace between the legs. And the finish for each set includes several coats of a water-based polyurethane with sanding in between. They do offer custom designs. All right, guys, that's it for the gift guide in this episode. If you want to be eligible to win one of our giveaway items, please comment and mention the specific product you're most interested in. As mentioned, I'm going to put all entrants in a random number generator to select the winners. I really want to thank all of the businesses for participating. None of this is possible without them and their participation. In order to do more fun things like this, please go check out their sites, click on the links in the description, and show them your support. Make them want to come back and give away more cool items in in the future. As for the episode, what did you think of Kyle Larson's remarks on his philosophy about being involved in a crash, and specifically what he had to say about Kyle Busch at St. Louis? And what did you think about Ty Gibbs and his behavior in the Xfinity Series race, plus what happened to him on Sunday? What did you think of the overall race? Did you like all the strategy involved? And what are your thoughts on a second driver in his many weeks running out of gas on the final lap? One final housekeeping note. I won't be providing a race recap for next week's race at Iowa because I will be on vacation. However, the following week, as a part of my vacation, I will be in New Hampshire covering the race there. Really looking forward to that. Remember, if you want to read my written work, go check it out at heavy.com. Also, go to beatenandbangin.com if you want to sign up for my weekly newsletter, and you'll receive an email each Friday recapping the top stories from the week, including reviews of the various stories on the NASCAR-related podcast. Also, make sure to check out my Beating and Banging podcast on the Blue Wire Network. Thanks as always for supporting the channel, and have a great rest of your day.